If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Swae Lee's girlfriend puts a $20,000 hit out on him, and Dame Dash gets sued for $50 million. Plus, Juicy J says sorry if he's the reason why you started doing drugs. Let's talk hip-hop.
Bum ass nigga right here. I tried to bust out his window. He's a broke ass bitch. He owes everybody. Get in your fucking Uber, bitch. Goodbye.
Alright, so that was Swae Lee's ex-girlfriend or his girlfriend or whatever, right? They on again, off again, right? And the whole situation is, I guess they was chilling in the crib. She started wilding out. She tried to bust the windows out of his car, right? Which is, you know, grimy and messed up, but, you know, girls do that, and, you know, Swae Lee is Swae Lee, so he could replace the windows in his car, so that's like a minor violation, right? And whatever. But the whole situation is that she actually went on Instagram and started like talking shit and taking a video of herself and being like, yo, Swae Lee's a broke ass little bitch and all that stuff, right? Also, on Swae Lee, on the screen of Instagram, she typed out, I got $20,000 for whoever want to kill Swae Lee. I'll give it to you right now, basically, right? Which is crazy because you trying to put a hit out on this dude with the money that he probably gave you, right? Which is insane, right? So Swae Lee kind of just left that toxic situation. It looks like he called an Uber so that he could hop in the Uber and just kind of leave her where she was, right? To try to avoid domestic violence and all that stuff, which is cool, right? But then the whole situation is that Swae Lee's mother saw this on Instagram, and of course Swae Lee's mom has an Instagram too. So she jumps on there and she goes at Marley, right? At the girl. And she's like, if anybody touches my son, I'll put a bullet in you, in your head myself, right? And then she was like, try it. And his cousins will do it too, right? Which is crazy. So then, of course, basically the girl just kind of shifts her focus off of Swae Lee, right? She apologizes for saying whatever she said to Swae Lee, right? So she ends up saying, I was mad. I meant nothing of what I said. We good now. You guys could chill. Because basically all Swae Lee's fans started attacking her just like Swae Lee's mom started attacking her too, right? So she responds to, I guess, Swae Lee's mom or to the fans with more ranting on Instagram, right? So she says, first of all, his mother is the type to secret battle with me. I've seen the messages. She will get drunk and message Swae Lee apologizing for cursing me out. I never disrespected her, so nah. His mom's literally bullies me for being a foster child and reminds me that my parents are dead. She's damaged as well. Like, nah, right? This whole situation seems super toxic to me, and it seems like maybe Swae Lee's mom doesn't like Swae Lee's girlfriend because of whatever reason, and then Swae Lee's girlfriend doesn't have respect for his mom, probably because she doesn't, whatever, right? So anyway, then Swae Lee's girl continues and says, that lady has been threatening me. She's one of the moms who's territorial, so all that shit she's talking is pointless. Who argues with somebody 40 years younger than them? Then she calls them a crack baby and a foster child and makes fun of you because your parents are dead, right? So it definitely seems like Swae Lee's girlfriend and his mom have something going on, and this whole fight between Swae Lee and his girlfriend just sparked this. But the real issue is Swae Lee and his girl and how, I guess, toxic that situation is, right? And I don't know who's to blame because I don't be there sitting in, you know, the bedroom while they talking or whatever like that. I'm sure Swae Lee has his, you know, discretions, and so does she. But the whole situation is crazy, and if you're gonna go as far as to be like, yo, I'll give you $20,000 just, you know, to kill Swae Lee, that's crazy because she's talking to the world, right? And whereas most people wouldn't kill Swae Lee for $20,000, all she got to do is find one person that will, right? So the whole situation is crazy. And if I was Swae Lee, I'd be like, hell no, I'm not dealing with this crazy ass girl no more. You did that. Busting out the windows to my car is one thing. I'm a millionaire, fine, okay, cool. It's annoying, and you are damaging my property and being a nuisance, which is crazy. But to order a hit on me is insane, right? And maybe she was joking, but nah, shorty, you don't joke like that, right? But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
stupid, that's
Yeah,
why.
but you were just asleep. With all my shit, with all this stuff that I bought in your bag. Without telling me you were taking it in your phone.
So what was it?
Listen, I'm not talking about it. I'm not doing nothing. You can talk all you want.
So all my hard drives and everything, I brought all my stuff. I saw all my stuff at the studio.
You were leaving anyway, so what you want me to do? What are you expecting me to do at this time of night? After you just tried to rob?
I did not rob you, Damon. At all. I've never in my life had to rob you.
I am.
I've never had to. You can tape it. I've never had to rob you in my life.
All right, so that was a little footage from Dame Dash, right? And the whole situation is that woman that he was talking to, who doesn't look good at all. I'm just keeping it trill because this does have something to do with what I'm talking about, right? Usually I won't care about what the person looks like, but we'll talk about what she looks like, right? Because this woman is alleging that Dame Dash sexually assaulted her, so she's suing him for $50 million, right? It's not that she's alleging that he sexually assaulted her, so she's, you know, calling the cops on him so he could be arrested for sexual assault. She's not trying to press charges and bring in a criminal case against Dame Dash for sexual assault. She's just trying to sue him in civil court and get $50 million from him because of sexual assault. Also, she didn't call the police or fill out a police report, allegedly, and I use quote unquotes, when she got quote unquote sexually assaulted, because it probably never happened and she's just skipping right to the civil part of it, right? So the whole situation is that I guess this woman is a videographer who works for Dame Dash and his wife for Dame Dash's social network platform or his streaming platform, right? This woman was staying in Dame Dash's house or his mansion in one of his many rooms and basically was, you know, the videographer that was on hand, right? So she's saying that Dame Dash came into the room in the middle of the night one night with a robe on and he didn't have any clothes on under it, and that he basically grabbed her butt and, like, you know, scrolls her titty or something like that, right? But why would Dame Dash do that when his wife is right in the next room, and even if he was trying to get the threesome popping, whatever, right? It doesn't make any sense, right? But anyway, the whole situation is, the real situation is that apparently Dame Dash gave her his credit card, right? And told her to go to, I don't know, Best Buy and buy some hard drives so that you can use that to save the data on or whatever, right? And while she went to Best Buy, she bought some hard drives, but she also used his credit card to buy a new iPhone. She bought a $3,000 iPad. She bought, you know, a whole bunch of other things as well.
Alright, so I was into the store to get a hard drive to back up photos that she had bought, which we were really excited about. And she got a $3,000 iPad with a keyboard, a phone, Rose phone, 256 gigabyte, or this is a CD reader, which I can understand this, but I do own one of these, whatever this is, for the iPad. And there's some keyboards that she's looking at. This will get from. And I'm tight right now. I'm trying to mentally walk myself off the ledge, but I'm feeling pretty violated.
All right, so that was Dame Dash's wife basically showing all the items that this girl bought on the credit card, and showing that she wasn't authorized to buy any of these items, right? Also, Dame Dash is alleging that the girl, Monique Dunn, I guess is her name, also was trying to steal like cell phones and stuff like that from his house too, right? Basically electronics, right? She was scheduled to hop on a plane at 11 o'clock the next morning, and they caught her in the middle of the night with a bunch of electronics in her bag. And of course, when she woke up, she was just basically going to shower and then run out the house. So of course, she wasn't going to take that stuff out her bag. So she was caught red-handed with that too, right? Now, this whole situation is crazy because this woman's lawyer, you know, Monique Dunn, the one that's suing Dame Dash for $50 million, is Chris Brown, right? Not Chris Brown, the R&B singer. Has nothing to do with Chris Brown, the R&B singer at all, right? But Chris Brown, the lawyer, actually sued or helped other people, other clients, sue Dame Dash 3 times this year alone for a bunch of money. So basically, Dame Dash thinks that the real person that is attacking him is not even this girl, Monique Dunn. It's the lawyer, Chris Brown, who basically is trying to find anybody who has any problem or issues with Dame Dash and being like, let's sue him. Let's sue him for some money. Let's get some money out of him, right? Because obviously, you know, if Monique Dunn wins the lawsuit against Dame Dash, even if they don't win the whole 50,000, even if they settle out of court for 50 million, even if they settle out of court for 5 million, that lawyer gets a cut of that too, right? Maybe 20% or something like that, right? So with all that being said, there is another clip that TMZ owns, and I can't put it here because, you know, copyright violations and everything like that, but Dame Dash is in the video, and basically it's a recorded disposition between Dame, his lawyer, and Chris Brown, the lawyer, and basically he is smooth cursing Chris Brown out, right? Calling him all kind of culture vultures, saying he's a clown, a punk, a pussy, a wuss, all kind of stuff, right? Basically, he feels attacked by this dude and saying that you're not black, you're not for your own people. I mean, like, Dame Dash was going in on this man, right? In true Dame Dash fashion, right? So he's gonna have to obviously pay his lawyer to fight this court case, but it's not a legal issue, it's a civil issue. I never heard of Dame Dash ever doing anything sexually to anybody ever in my life, so why would he start now, especially with this girl who doesn't look all that good? It's clear that she's upset that he's mad or fired her because she was trying to steal from him, and is trying to get revenge on this guy. Basically, Dame Dash says that it's extortion by way of Chris Brown, the lawyer, and it seems like that to me, right? But let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments down below. Juicy J goes on Twitter, right? And he says, if I ever inspired anybody to do drugs, I apologize, right? And this is like a huge theme that's been going on in hip hop for about maybe 2 or 3 weeks now, ever since Juice WRLD died. And the reason why is because Juice WRLD was super talented, so for him to have overdosed on drugs makes no sense, right? And we've had other rappers overdose on drugs before, not just Percocet like what Juice WRLD died from, but lean and all kinds of stuff, right? Frito Santana, even though he was more like a goon than a rapper, he did start trying to rap, right? Pimp C, he overdosed on lean. ASAP Yams also overdosed on lean. Little Pete overdosed on pills, and so did Mac Miller, right? But I guess, you know, and when Pimp C died, for me, when Pimp C died, that was big, right? And I'm not from Houston, I'm not from Texas or anything like that, but Pimp C was one of my favorite rappers, right? Even more than ASAP Yams, and ASAP Yams is from New York, right? But he wasn't really a rapper, but anyway, you get my point, right? Trippie Redd denounced using drugs. Lil Pump said he's quitting. So did Smoke Perp. And now you've got Juicy J, right? But Juicy J is different because Juicy J is not like these young lil rappers, right? Juicy J is a legend. He's a veteran, and he's been in the game since like the late 80s or something, right? Juicy J has got to be like Jay-Z's age at this point, right? Almost 50, or like Diddy and Jay. Anyway, Juicy J is an OG, right? But being an OG, yes, he has rapped a lot about using drugs, right? So, I don't know. We gonna fuck her in the back of the bus and fill her nose up full of that dust. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I heard Juicy J say that, I said, whoa, right? On the most known unknowns, right? Juicy J, you know, take a blunt, dip it in the lean, then light it. Pop a molly, drink some orange juice, get higher. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always used to rap about like doing a whole bunch of drugs, and it wasn't just smoking weed or drinking liquor, right? Now, did he inspire Future, right? And then Future inspired all these other people, right? And who knows? But the whole situation is that there's an interview with Adam 22 and Juice WRLD, and Juice WRLD did say that when he was like in 5th grade and 6th grade, that he was listening to Future, and that Future specifically inspired him to do drugs, right? And then what do you think Future got it from, right? So everything kind of trickles down, right? And it's kind of messed up. And then a lot of these rappers, they do have a responsibility to not glorify drug use so much, because obviously you're making kids think that it's cool to do drugs, right? But also, you know that little parental advisory sticker that goes on the front of your CD? I mean, well, there's no CDs anymore, but on the front of the artwork, there's still that little parental advisory sticker. I mean, I guess it was different back in the day because they used to actually check your ID if you would pick a CD CD up and it had that parental advisory sticker on it, and if you're not over 18, they really wouldn't sell it to you. But now you could just stream things, but that little sticker is there letting people know that this ain't for kids, right? So, all right, we can blame, you know, Future all we want about Juice WRLD's drug use, right? But if a movie is rated R, then, you know, a 10-year-old Juice WRLD shouldn't be watching the movie. If this music is rated R, or if this music is for adults, then a 10 or 11-year-old Juice WRLD shouldn't be listening to Future, right? He should be listening to Future when he turns 18 and when he's mature enough to know that if he wants to do drugs, it's on him, but he shouldn't just do it to try to be cool, right? It's just a lot, right? I could play devil's advocate all day. You know, people have guardians that should, you know, maybe monitor these things, and we can't blame it all on the rapper, but the rapper does have a responsibility and knows, of course, kids are listening to their music, and I can't sit here in front like the first time I ever listened to rap was when I was 18, because when I was 14 years old, I was listening to DMX said, I got blood on my dick because I fucked a corpse, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying? But let me know what you think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.